Wow. As soon as the stream started, the Marvel logo showed up. Very fitting. Damn. Let me just make sure we're live. Hello, people of YouTube. Before anyone comments it, yes, this is a weird way to do videos. I get it. We could have been sitting at a desk. We could have been doing this podcast style. Probably should have. Stuff like that's on the way in the future, I promise. I just kind of need to talk about this. Like, me and Pat have had little meetings, and like I've done it on Twitch. We've filmed on Twitch, talking about Marvel What If. I don't think we did it for last video, but episode. But like, you know, we've talked about these things pretty consecutively. Oh man, look at that lineup. How many of those people are dead? I'm just gonna say it. And spoilers for the episode going forward. The best thing they did in the whole episode was not end on a good note. The best thing they did in the whole episode was say, oh no, oh no, oh no, bitch. There's more. I don't know if that's this season, I don't know if that's next season, but this is gonna keep going.
You know, it was one of those, for me, when they did that, you know, the first, you know, literally, I sat here, audibly, I'm like, don't do that to me. I'm like, hey, hold on a minute. Like, no. Hey. It's like, get back here.
You see, I reveled in the pain. I was like, yes. Hurt me.
It's like, hey, hold up.
I know later this pain will be relieved, so hurt me. Holy shit. Best episode yet. Right? For me, best episode. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think it...
For you, it kind of has to be. Hulk's the main character. It starts with Hulk. Like, it's literally... Oh my god, and the genius of starting at the beginning of Infinity War. They didn't even fuck with us this time with, like, here is the small thing that changed. So I went, nah, bitch. Zombies. Oh my god, dude. I have a theory about the next one, and I want to get this out of the way right now before I forget. I have a theory that Thor went back to Asgard to intentionally avoid becoming a zombie, because if he did it, no one would be able to stop him because of the hammer. So my theory is, in the next episode, whatever it is, Thor will be a main character, and he will fight zombie Thanos. I guess it's also possible that Thor is in space right now with the Guardians. But if we're following the Infinity War timeline. But my theory is, Thor's gonna come down, fight Thanos, not go for the head, and get bit. And that's gonna be the big end boss as they're trying to get to the end. To, like, undo the zombie virus. Not just Thanos, but Thor. Holy fuck. You talk, I can't.
But first, I would like to say, I think it was kind of clever how the zombies got to the Avengers in the first place. Making Hank a zombie, and he could still do the tiny thing.
They're getting a lot of mileage out of Hank. Like, they're getting a lot of mileage out of just Hank Pym as a character. Two what ifs now, where he is right at the center of everything that happens. Oh my god, and when fucking Falcon, Hawkeye, and... Who was the other one? There was one other one, right? It was Falcon, Hawkeye, and one other person. Right?
I think so.
I can't for the life of me remember. Something I love about zombie stories is the way you tell a good one about your characters, and DC Ceased knew to do this too. You have to kill the ones that you think would last the longest first. That's how you make it interesting. Out of the original Trinity in DC Ceased, Superman lasted the longest, and Superboy had to sacrifice himself to stop Superman. In this, it felt very like... And by the way, two very different stories, by the way. It felt very, like... I think my only problem with the whole episode was... Vision feeding humans to Scarlet Witch felt a little weird to me.
It did. By the way, I loved how we were talking about Vision yesterday, and there he is.
Well, I think what's weirdest about it is he, like, mentions, I've only done what is most logical, and I'm just sitting there like, how? How is this the most logical thing? If you're truly going by logic, you need to kill her. And he mentions, well, I can't bring myself to do it because I love her. And in my head, I'm like, she killed you. She did it for you, asshole. She blew up the Infinity Stone. Why couldn't you do that for her? She's suffering, bitch. I think maybe he wanted to, like, hope that the cure could, like, get her if the satellite was a thing. But they did also mention the satellite might not work because of her chaos magic. So, like, what happens if everyone comes back and Scarlet Witch is still a zombie? Who was your favorite character in this? Because they did a lot of cool shit I wasn't expecting.
I don't know. I actually enjoyed Peter in this.
I agree. I feel like
was that Tom Holland?
I couldn't tell. Sometimes it sounded a lot like Tom Holland.
Yeah, it was weird because the face wasn't him. Did you, or was I just imagining that? Did that look weird to you?
Yeah,
or
no,
me?
It looked a little weird to me.
It's like, that's not Tom. Like, everyone else looked like themselves, kind of. Well, like, as much as you can.
Whoever's watching, spoilers for Marvel What If Episode 5. Be careful. I
just like to point out something that... God, something made me sad. Well, obviously it would, but... Very specifically, something in this made me sad. Well, number one, I don't know if you caught this, but Chadwick Boseman sounded it was hard listening to him.
He sounded in pain, and I think that's because his leg was cut off.
Yeah, but I think I also feel like maybe a little bit of it was that he was probably sick.
I in my head, to prevent myself from crying, am going to believe it was an acting choice.
But also the thing he said at the end, where he said no one's ever truly gone in Wakandan culture. I'm like, don't, like, episode. God. It was him saying it. I'm like, damn it.
You're right, dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. I'm like looking right at the man. It's like...
And of all the characters, I would say that T'Challa looks most like his actor, probably. Like, of all of them, I think T'Challa looks most like Chadwick Boseman.
It was...
Once again, whoever just joined, spoilers for What If Episode 5.
Yes. It was nice seeing, it was nice hearing, Paul Rudd again.
I'm just glad we finally fucking got Peter in an episode. And fucking Peter mentioned Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben exists! Yeah. He said Uncle Ben! What is he?
Also like that little acknowledgement of Aunt May, and I'm like, damn, Peter... He really has, though. He's lost a lot.
He lost Tony. He lost Happy.
Yeah.
We can assume Ned and MJ are gone.
Yeah.
Peter, like, more than anybody, has the most, like, baggage of that particular scene.
Oh, yeah. I think that's another one that broke my heart. Just like what he said, like, when Wasp says, how do you do this? And he just goes, practice, I guess. I'm like, God.
Yeah, he was losing people before the apocalypse, too. Like, he lost his parents, he lost... Oh, God, Peter was unintentionally the best character to, like, bring into a zombie apocalypse and show him, like, surviving. And famously, Peter didn't make it in the Marvel What If comics. He, like, became a zombie. And the whole thing was he was such a good person that even though he was a zombie, he was still trying to fight crime. So I wonder if they're going to play with that perhaps in the next episode. This was like revenge of the characters that haven't gotten their own movies. Fucking Wasp was so important in this episode. Sharon Carter, like, I honestly felt really bad when Happy was the first to die. I was kind of upset about that.
Your boy killed him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
damn it, Clint.
I'll say this: it was all worth it to just hear Sharon go, "It's Hawkeye," and be actually scared. I was like, "Ooh, acknowledging he's a threat, eh?" I do have one question though: how is he getting more trick arrows? Who is making those? I'm just imagining him zombie style in a workshop where he's like, chemical powder into the arrow so that it explode. If I tape zombie hand on end, it can grab people. It was a little like wincy, but they did also mention, wasn't it only 14 weeks into the zombie apocalypse?
I think so.
Like, even though it was, like, widespread, it was still new. I think that made it a little more believable to me that, like, some of the shit that was happening could happen. Also, shout out to just fridging the sorcerers. Like, Jesus Christ, they died at the hands of ants. Ants! And fucking Wasp, again, one of the MVPs of this episode, especially because she, like, sacrifices herself. They really did all the zombie tropes, but also, like, showing you, hey, we can do this shit all day, every day. No one's gonna fuck with us. Because we're the best. I was expecting... Where the fuck was Black Widow?
She... Like, the only time we saw her was when the All-Star got attacked. And then we never see her as a zombie.
There's a Funko Pop, which leads me to believe that maybe this new episode isn't coming in Season 2, but could, theoretically, come next week. Because there is a Funko Pop titled Post-Apocalyptic Black Widow, and it's essentially just a buff Black Widow. Now, the problem with that is it's not Infinity War Black Widow. She has the red hair and stuff. So I don't know what's going on with that pop, but it feels like maybe we could see another episode this season. I would really like to. I'm gonna sit on my throne. I'm the king.
I mean, see, they definitely went the more violent route. Because you see, they show Falcon gets sliced in half. Like, from his... And then they show Cap. Damn.
I don't know what the fuck was going on with What If Episode 3, where, like, Hulk had to blow up into mist. They show blood in this.
Yeah.
They show gore. God damn, what happened to Falcon might be the goriest shit in the MCU. Like, not only him being split in half, but also just, like, did you see him? He was missing an arm. There was a slash in the middle of his brain, and his fucking eyes. Those fucking eyes.
So, okay, so that one guy that was hanging out with all of them, who the hell was that? Was his name Kurt?
His name was Kurt, and I did figure out who he was.
Was he in any of the other movies, or is he just like a...
He
had to have been. Okay.
He was from Ant-Man. Beck hated the episode. God, Beck is so different from me. I want to know all of her stuff. You wanna join us? Question mark.
I'm actually with you because it truly interests me. I think you've said that because you and I, we example. You did too. I love Thor Ragnarok, but then I'm genuinely curious when people say they didn't. I'm like, why? I just want to know. I'm not mad. I just want to know.
Yeah, I'm the same way, where it's like I'm looking at like her saying, "Oh, this was the worst episode." Well, we're literally like, "This was the best episode," and I'm like, "What was different? What was different about your experience?"
I don't know about you, but to me, so far, the worst episode's the first one. That's just me, though. Yeah,
But here's the thing: I saw a review yesterday where it was like, "Hey, my favorite episode was the first one, and the second one sucked." Like I've seen people say that.
Yeah, see, because I'll admit, I used to be one of those people where I would be like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot, kiss my ass." But now it's got to that point where it's like, I'm curious, It's like, why?
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's just a genuine curiosity, like, huh?
I adored it. I was like, whoa, there's so many scenes, like.
Right.
Once again, the genius of doing Infinity War, because immediately he comes down and he's like, Thanos is coming, but nobody's there, and that's such a scary image when he comes out and you see like these two characters who was like Call Obsidian and Ebony Maw. They were not like the big bads, but they were hard to beat. Like it was hard to kill Ebony Maw. It was hard to kill. Doctor Strange couldn't kill Ebony Maw on his own. Peter had to like cheat. So to see like the zombies come in and instantly just one-shot them, that was kind of fucked. And like hearing the bite, like again, I can't believe that all the other episodes weren't gory, when this one was like, holy shit. Like, this is what we needed when we were like, oh, we need some blood.
Then you had Bruce, you just hear him like, oh, no, that's a little overkill.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, isn't that a little overkill?
Oh. There's so much to like.
Where did the skin come from?
What skin?
I have a Black Panther skin I don't remember getting. What the hell did this come from?
I don't know. Let me check. Let me see.
It's called Night Sky. Where the hell did that come from?
Night Sky? Did they just give everybody a free skin?
See, I didn't get his card yet, or did I? Did I? No, not yet. I can, but I didn't get it yet. No,
I don't have a Night Sky skin.
What the hell? What are they giving me shit for?
We have one comment on YouTube. I can't see it yet, but we should have one in a second. Barzaro says, sup. We're talking about what if... What's it called?
Night Sky.
Let me see if I can find it.
Is it in the skins down there? The
Blood of the Panther is the bottom one I have. Another line that really, like, fucked with me was... Guess this is the end of the line, pal. And I was like, Bucky! He said that to you in a time when he refused to give up. And he's just like, fuck you. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
So speaking of that, what do we think? Do we think Bucky sounded like Bucky this time?
Yeah, I chalked it up to, like, I think I figured it out last week. Or whenever he was. I chalked it up to he's trying to sound like young Bucky.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where my problems were.
Mm-hmm.
I am not seeing Night Sky or whatever it is.
Where did this come? I'm frightened.
I don't know what the skin you're talking about is. I can't see it. Is it a recolor?
It's blue. Was it? Could have been one of the objective ones, maybe? Maybe I did one of them and I don't recall when.
Let me check.
Could be.
I want to immediately say I don't think so, but I don't know. King T'Challa is the epic outfit you get for his objective.
Okay, then what the hell did this come?
I haven't seen the newest episode yet, Bizarro. You don't want spoilers, get the fuck out. Get out now, my man, because we're spoiling this. And speaking of spoilers, Bizarro, get out. Get out right now. 3, 2, 1. Hulk's whole thing, and when they found Vision, oh my god. So Hulk in this episode was kind of the main character because he kind of had to be the audience, where it's like everyone needs to explain what's going on to Bruce. And at the end, when he's like, avenge us, and he just lets himself go. Jesus fucking Christ, Hulk fought zombies. Did he win? I don't know. It's just so weird, man. I loved it. I loved every second. Oh my god. Okoye died. Dude, and like, they even showed, like, right after Wasp died, she became a zombie, and she tried to kill him, and she almost did it. And it was great. And I loved it. It's so... What's the word I'm looking for here? Because it wasn't fun. None of what I watched was fun. But it was cool. It was like a perfect what if. Like, what if the Avengers were in a zombie apocalypse situation? How would they deal with that? And the answer is a good chunk of them wouldn't.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not annoyed because I liked him in this episode, but what if? You're doing Hawkeye nasty. You got Jeremy Renner there, do an episode about Hawkeye. Like, come on. I also want to see, because if the next episode's going to be next season, like if we're going back to the zombie universe next season, I want to see what's going on with Shang-Chi right now. I want to see what's going on with, like, the TVA. How do they feel about this? What's going on in Asgard? What's going on Sakaar? Is Captain Marvel a zombie? I want to know. I want to know all the bullshit. What does Zombie Korg look like? Hey, man. I'm gonna eat your brains, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Sorry. I don't want this video to be particularly too long, but if there was one thing you want to say about this episode, just one thing you're not comfortable ending the video without saying, what do you want to say?
I think that the thing I want to say is that they need to do more shit like this.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily zombies, but just more of like the darker stuff with these what ifs.
I think, and I'm gonna be that dick. Oh, were you not done? Please continue.
And I'd also like to see more of, not more, but I like to see them do stuff with the Peter with the cape. The spite. I think they are though.
I mean, Doctor Strange is in the movie. Never know. But here's the thing. This is what I want, and it also pertains to Peter. I'm gonna say something a little controversial. This episode was the best Peter's ever been. And I stick by that. In the entire MCU, this is the best Peter we've ever gotten. And you know why? Because they fucking didn't run away from it. They talked about Uncle Ben. They talked about with great power comes great responsibility. They spoke up about it. And Bruce Banner, like, if you just change the words of, like, avenge us just a little, Bruce Banner's final words to Spider-Man was, with great power comes great responsibility, kid. This was the best Peter I've seen in the MCU so far. Like, it's still the cool Tom Holland kid that we loved. It's still all that great stuff. But he knows the lessons that he needed to know. He knows great power. He's lost everything to the point where he can look at people and be like, I know what hurt is. That's why we need to, like, smile. Because if we don't smile when we're hurting, when will we get better? When will we be able to smile again?
Yeah. I like to say that. I like to put it, that thing that he said that Aunt May said, that hit. I'm like, I was like, oh, fuck. Dude, I mean, but it's true. It's like, if you don't smile during when no one else is, it's like, what the fuck are you... Like, literally, he basically said, then what's the point?
I almost teared up so many times during this episode, and just think, like, you can hear it in my voice. This episode hit, and it was like, as far as I'm concerned, this took What If from, like, I don't know where I was gonna put What If. Like, I was probably going to put it relatively low on the list. It's higher now. I'm not saying it's top 10 or anything. If I just judged this episode, maybe. But, Jesus Christ, this one episode was so good.
I kind of want to do that once the first season's done. I kind of want to rank them, the episodes.
Well, fun fact, when I added Shang-Chi into my list, I did rank them. And since I have already said that this one's the best one, we know this is number one. So it's very easy to rank everything else, which is number 2 is T'Challa, Star-Lord, obviously great. Number 3, Doctor Strange Supreme. No, Marvel Murder Mystery is number 3 now, actually. Because even though I couldn't enjoy it the way I wanted to, I liked it a lot. Doctor Strange Supreme was great too. Like, if you just group the 3 episodes of T'Challa, Marvel Zombies, and Doctor Strange Supreme, that's enough where I'm like, that's a pretty kick-ass show. Like, that would have gotten pretty high. Weirdly enough, the other ones kind of drag it down. It makes it feel a little more, like, normal. But you were saying? Oh, and the last one's Captain Carter.
Yeah. It was quite the group they had. I kind of liked like who they had surviving, because it was very what's that word, ragtag. It was very just like these people are just thrown together.
They had a couple powerhouses. Like, a lot of the powerhouses were gone, but they had a couple. I would say Wasp was probably their most powerful person. I would say Wasp, Spidey is second, and that's like to show you how weak they really are, because, like, Spider-Man is really strong, but he's nothing compared to, like, Doctor Strange and Thor. And Black Panther survived, but at a cost. And again, Chadwick Boseman is incredible. He doesn't even realize that these are his final performances ever, and yet he's nailing them, you know? Like, he didn't even know, and he was doing great work. Once again, rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. My God. But I can't help but, like, once again, Spider-Man was great. Wasp was great. Even Wasp being like, hey, look, we know I'm gone. Let me do this. And her just falling with all the zombies on top of her. What a visual. What a cool visual. it literally was just like, okay, this is what the MCU Marvel Zombies would look like. And I loved it. I'm not even sitting here like, oh, you know what? We need a movie. We need a live action Marvel Zombies movie. No, we don't. We need a animated Marvel Zombies TV show. Right now. I need to know the stories of the other characters, because a couple didn't show up in this. Thor didn't show up. I don't remember seeing... well, there were no Guardians, obviously. God, space zombies. Think about that shit. Space zombies. Black Widow didn't show up, setting up some future shit with her, probably. Can you think of any other, like, main Avengers that didn't show up? Because I'm struggling. I mean, obviously Captain Marvel and Nick Fury, wherever he is.
I don't know, Not really, I mean...
You know what I think? I think they need to go to the raft. I think we need to see what Zemo's doing in the zombie apocalypse. Because imagine it starts happening, Zemo has to break out of the raft with, like, Abomination and a couple of the other guys. Like, imagine that shit. God, I want that now. Give me the Zemo episode. Jesus Christ, give me the Zemo episode. God, there's so much to say, yet not much to say. It's weird. How many times can you say something was great, you know? And again, this is the Spider-Man I want going forward. So if Far From Home can bring us this great Spider-Man where he does understand, and I don't even know if that was Tom Holland. I don't. That might not have been Tom Holland, but it was still the best Spider-Man we've had so far. He even mentioned Uncle Ben. Oh my god. Okay, calm down.
Holy
calm down. You're fangirling. What?
I looked on IMDb just to see if the cast list isn't there yet, but the fan reviews are already coming in for it. Holy crap.
What are people saying?
This is a 9.9. Oh, well, out of 10. Holy shit.
To be fair, it's still new. Not a lot of people have rated it yet. It could drop, but it was great. It was really good. Shit, man. I don't even know though. I don't even know. I'm broken. Like literally in my head now, all I can think of is this needs a show. There needs to just be a Marvel Zombies show where every couple of episodes is a new adventure with a new team. We need to see Zemo break out of the raft and survive the zombie apocalypse. We need to see... Frankly, I'd like to see the battle up close and personal where the Avengers did get bit and stuff. And like, oh my god, what's going on with Shuri? Let me just look at a list of Marvel characters. Hold on. Because obviously Scarlet Witch was like the big bad of this episode, right? She was like the final boss. MCU characters. Let's see what we got. Let's see who could get their own Marvel Zombies episode. I mean, not Thanos. Thanos is busy. Of course, there could be a space episode with the Guardians. I would love to see what's going on with Drax and Groot and them during this. Especially if, like, Groot got bit or something. Oh, that'd be terrible. We don't know what happened to Pepper Potts. We don't know what's going on with anybody in Asgard. Or Sakaar, so Valkyrie could be a protagonist. again, I'd love to see Shang-Chi and the Mandarin. I think that would be so cool to do. Also, is Jimmy Woo dead? I don't want Jimmy Woo to be dead. I guess the last thing I'll say about Marvel What If Episode 5, which is a wonderful little show, is, this is what a what if should be. Not the first episode, so good job. This is just proof that Marvel's never gonna get boring, right? Like, if they keep pumping out shit like this, how are they gonna get boring one day, you know? Like, one day you're like, Marvel's bad, it's stale, and then everyone gets eaten by zombies, and it's suddenly the best thing ever. I just hope Spider-Man carries over. I love T'Challa because they are unintentionally building a legacy for that character.
Oops, shit.
I loved it, dude. I loved it. So, you got anything else to say before we end? Hulk was great, by the way. I think we didn't talk about Hulk enough. Hulk was great.
I liked how they kept in the kind of that Hulk when it come out till... I actually kind of... Yeah, I did like that scene where Bruce is like, you know, it'd be nice if you could... It'd be cool if you'd be the good guy for once. The hero for once.
I liked it that he specifically said, it'd be pretty cool if you could be the nice one for once.
Like,
I was like, you're asking a lot, Branner. And did Hulk get turned into a zombie? I guess we never saw.
I don't know if he would, though. I guess.
Just like, here's the thing. Bruce Banner, to me, like, because Banner has to turn into the Hulk to be an Avenger. So, for a lot of times, it kind of felt like Bruce was, like, not a main, like, active member of the team. But that feels like it's changing, because with him being the one they reached out to in Shang-Chi, and him being the one to, like, make the sacrifice play this episode, I feel like Bruce is going to be a lot more important than what we're thinking. Like, I think Bruce is the new leader of the Avengers for now. You know? I mean, it's either Bruce or Clint, and Marvel's never going to give me that. They're literally the only ones left. Thor joined the Guardians. But, you were saying? Were you saying? I'm like broken, man. I can't do today.
No, it's definitely the best one.
Oh yeah. And like all the other ones, including the one that featured the Avengers last, they kind of felt like contained stories about one person. This wasn't that. This was a story about Hope Van Dyne. This was a story about the Hulk. This was a story about sort of the one that makes it to the end, Spider-Man. Which, by the way, to answer your question, because I don't think I did, that guy, Kurt, he's from Ant-Man and the Wasp. He's from Ant-Man. He's one of Louise's... It should have just put Louise in the episode. But he's one of Louise's friends. Specifically the one who went on to play Polka Dot Man. And he was, like, scared of ghosts. Like, Ghost is the Baba Yaga. Also, they kind of just let him die. Like, they very much just let her take him. Also, I don't think Bucky died either. Bucky just got thrown away.
Yeah.
There's a lot here where I'm like, there's potential for a show. This felt like a backdoor pilot to me. I don't know about you, but I smell backdoor pilot. Where's Kate Bishop? Where's Kate Bishop right now? Tell us what's going on with her. Yeah, guys, it's a great episode. Please go check it out. We had to do a video talking about it because, of course, we did. Thank you all for watching, and oh my God, don't sleep on this show. Also, I mean, we talked about it a little, but we'll mention it now. Zombie Thanos has all the Infinity Stones except for one.
Yep.
What's he gonna do when he gets the last one? Wouldn't it be nuts if he, like, snapped and cured everybody? That'd be nuts.
There's a twist.
But thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't become a zombie and eat your friends. Or do. I don't care, as long as you keep your superpowers. Bye.